back to another episode of the Pumpkin Podcast. I'm your host, Calum, and this channel is proudly sponsored by Dean of the Dead's Hot Sauces. Now today is another on-location video cast with our friends at Spooky World. I don't know what Sarah's looking at.
We've lost her.
I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it. So yeah, I'm with Sarah and Sarah. How are you both?
I'm good. She's excellent.
I'm not cutting it and starting again. You can tell.
That's fine.
So some people may notice that we've had Sarah on this podcast before, which is this one over here. But today I've got both of them, and we're on location at Spooky World. We're going to have a chat about how are they opening during the corona. How they're opening through the COVID-19 pandemic. And then we're going to find out a bit about the attractions that we've got this year. I'm not starting it again, we're cracking on. We're cracking on. It makes me good viewing. And then both of them are going to take on the Dean of the Dead's Hot Sauce Challenge. Sarah number 2. That's not done before.
Yeah, this
Are you
is my
excited?
first time. A little bit nervous, I'll be honest.
See, everyone says that, and then it ends up me, who ends up choking my guts up.
They're so nice.
They are nice.
Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. We'll see what happens.
And if you want your own hot sauces, head to www.deanofthedead.com. So, Sarah,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about what you two do at Spooky World here in Warrington.
Oh gosh. So this year we have the full run of the park. Obviously this year is massively different because we've had to change our attractions, our training, everything to follow the guidelines set by our lovely government. So we theme the attractions, we staff the attractions, we train the actors. We have got fingers in all the Spooky World pies.
Yeah. And we've had since about the 20th of August is when we started.
How has preparation gone? Obviously, I think things have been a lot different this year. We'll touch on a lot of other places that are opening later, but obviously in terms of bringing actors in and training new actors and the procedures you've had to follow, how has it been for you compared to previous years?
We prepared for the worst at the start. So we have always worked to a rule of 6. We have always worked to a 2-metre distance, even when it got reduced to 1 metre, because we didn't know what was going to happen. And I would rather, once we've trained our actors, to say, actually now we can go that little bit closer as to 1 metre, rather than being trained at 1 metre and us having to pull it back. And I think it has worked really well. So yes, it's difficult. We've done a lot of auditions via video. The auditions that we have had live on the park, I mean, we've got space, lots of space. So everything has been socially distanced with limited numbers per rehearsal. It shows from the start to these actors, if you can't get that close to each other, that's how close you can't get to the public. Yeah. So we're not going to relax anything for anybody. We've got 106 members of staff.
Is that what you've got this year?
Yeah.
Is that more than any other year, or?
No, that
Not
includes
really.
like our retail staff.
Yeah.
And everything
such,
else, yeah.
our
Yeah.
operational
And how are you going about, obviously when these 106 staff come to work, how are you doing it on controlling them staying social distancing? Obviously actors getting into makeup and stuff, how are you going about them doing that this year?
So again, we have space on our side. We have a marquee that people will be waiting in. Once you've got the costumes and such, they'll have to go and get the costumes on their own. Then they'll be called in one by one. We have 5 makeup artists per night who are all socially distanced. They've all done extra training to be able to continue doing the makeup during this time. So it's one-on-one.
They've all got temperature checks, haven't they, before they come in at the start of every shift. Before they enter site, they have their temperature checked. We have an on-site medic that is here all night, and the medic will take all of our temperatures and all of the guests' temperatures when they come in as well. So that is primarily what he is here for. So they'll all have that done. They've all got different start times. Even we've gone so far as to where the actors are waiting to have their makeup done. Their tables are 2 metre distance away when they're waiting. Everything has been measured on this park within an inch of its life. literally.
So going into obviously the precautions and stuff we've got in place this year,
Mhm.
you take us from start to finish of what you've put in place this year for guests to come and feel safe to visit Spooky World.
Yeah.
So guests are online booking only, can't turn up on the door. We're running at a really reduced capacity. We normally can have about 2,000 guests per night on the park. We're running at 400 maximum.
And each of those guests as well, it's a staggered
Staggered start.
Okay.
So everyone gets a specific time to come. So that'll be staggered.
Obviously our admissions is quite large as well. That's all going to be panelled off when they come in. Will all be briefed. We've got signs and QR codes and things everywhere. They're all going to be briefed upon entry. They've already had to read through the terms and conditions on booking. They'll then be briefed when they come in, because yes, it is our actors' responsibility to stay away and make sure they're safe, but it's also the public's responsibility to stay 2 metres away from us.
Of course, yeah.
We can't put 400 people's lives on one actor, it's not fair.
No.
So everybody has got an equal part to play in how successful we are. We've changed to multi-part, so there is a one-way system around.
Which is different, so normally.
Yeah, massively different, isn't
And
it?
they've got a 2 hour
window
limit as well.
Because normally, obviously, when you come to Spooky World, you can visit any attraction in any order.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this year you're doing it as a multi-part, so
Yeah.
it's literally follow one route.
Yeah.
absolutely. And as well, we usually have top-up tickets for either all of the attractions, or you can buy top-up tickets
Just to
per
go on like
attraction.
your favourite one and they
We're not having that at all,
Okay.
so that we know how many people are going through each attraction. Each attraction as well is going to be, there's only going to be, say, 2 groups
allowed
in at a time in the actual attraction at a
Okay.
time.
even though they are quite long as well,
Yeah.
aren't they?
How are you batching? How many batches?
It's households.
It's in the
now.
social
Households,
bubbles, yeah, of how they've booked, but no more than 2 groups in any of the attractions at any one time. So, do you know what? It's really good for our actors because we've got time to do more and reset without another batch coming through.
Yeah,
It
our
works
actors are
really
going to be
well.
more theatrical this year.
Our actors are all masked, like every single actor on this park is masked. And we expect every single guest to be masked as well.
Are they masked at all points?
All points. Yeah. They can take it off obviously when they go to eat, when they're inside the marquee. Once they're in that marquee and they're sat, then that's fine. But while they're around, we roam. And yes, we have got our own precautions, and we're not going to tell you what our little precautions are and special costume that we've got, especially for COVID.
Hashtag Diva Twins.
Hashtag
666.
Impact Twins. But yeah, we don't want any of our roaming characters to be in that situation either. If you are well enough to come to a scare event, you are well enough to wear a mask around it.
Yeah.
So
And have you got people manning that for people who do not follow the rules?
yeah, we've got our operational team and a team of security guards as
Yeah.
well.
So our security, we actually had a meeting with our security team last night, and we went through a lot of the precautions, and they are very much on our page, aren't they? It's a 0 tolerance this year. 0 tolerance for our staff, 0 tolerance for the guests as well. We have trained and tried to put through to our staff that our rules and the government guidelines must be followed. It's not anything with a little bit of leeway. This is how
It's
it is.
black and white and that's it.
Yeah.
And if they want to enjoy their scare season, they'll listen to what we're asking of them.
Of course, yeah.
But
At the
yeah,
end of the day, we've all got to keep ourselves safe, but we want to keep each other safe as well. And
Yeah.
that's just how the world is at the moment.
but we want to scare.
Yeah.
So all of this, now, I will go out on a limb and say our actors this year are hands down 1,000,000 times better than we've ever had before.
Yeah.
And that's down to COVID, believe it or not. That's a
That's a
positive
broad
for us.
Yeah.
We have had a lot of out of work actors, out of work singers, all desperate to entertain. and would never have applied to come and work in a scare park. They didn't know what it entailed, this, that and the other.
If the situation wasn't how it is.
If the situation wasn't how it is, we wouldn't have the talent that you will see in here.
So going on that, do you think that the way the situation is at the moment, do you think that's going to take anything away or potentially add anything to the guest experience going through this year?
So this year is going to be completely different for our guests. Here at Spooky World, we have a lot of guests that return year on year on year on year.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And they're going to see a massive, massive difference. Our actors, and as you've seen, we get up close and personal. That's what we do. So for us as actors, this year is going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult. However, as I mentioned before, our actors this year are more theatrical. We can have like set scenes that we set per guest. Usually in some of the attractions you end up with a queue of 50 people and you just have to go and try and get them through. But this year we've got time to spend with these people, doing a scene, making it something different. Our attractions, we've used places we've never used before. And we,
so you're utilising space better?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, it's only when we've been doing this, we've gone, why have we never used this before? Because it's amazing.
When COVID goes, we're going to still use that space now, because why have we never ever put somebody in there? We walk around, these are our attractions, we've put the actors in, we know what theme we want, we know exactly what character is in there, we know their backstory. And I'm walking around attractions going, oh my God, that looks amazing.
We're looking at
Like,
it differently.
Yeah.
And we've been here for so many years now, and we're looking at things.
The thing is, what's nice is the fact that I'll always be honest, and I've been through here before. I've had good times here. I've had times where I think, you know what, it could have been a little bit better. But one of my main things was, my points of going away was, oh, they had so much space they could have utilised better. And I'm visioning it, obviously, owning attraction events myself and thinking, oh, I'd do this there, I'd do that there. And it's great to hear that you've actually now, due to potentially the situation we've thrown ourselves, we've been thrown into, where you've now gone, we can do this there, do this there. And if it's going to improve the event and make it better overall, then, you know, maybe.
I'm really pleased with how it's going this year. Like, really, really pleased how it's going so far with our rehearsals, with the people that we've got. Like, I thought at the start, I was thinking it's never going to happen. I'm going to get that phone call where he's going to say we can't open. And we're not. And we've made sure we are literally working around the clock to make sure that everything is safe and everybody gets what they've come for. They want to be scared. They're just going to be scared in different ways.
Is it still at the back of your mind that you may potentially get that phone call?
Of course. You
Because,
can't. We don't know what's going to happen now, do we? This year has been a massive kick in the teeth for everybody all around the world, and we've just got to kind of work to what day by day, haven't we? I mean, we're so lucky that we've got the space that we've got, and we've got the attractions, and we've got spaces to be able to put people safely into positions. There's so many attractions that, you know, and events that aren't running this year because they just physically can't do it, and it's so sad.
There's four or five attractions that are opening this year. I mean, I did a location interview. Some of you may have seen last week, the Screen Factory. The guys on there are awesome. They put nearly every single precaution that you mentioned to me, they put in place. They had everything laid out. And then I went home and I got a phone call on the way home from doing the interview saying that the council had phoned them and shut them down, which was a terrible shame. But that's what their council decided to do. But as of right now, you've had no councillor happy at this moment in time.
So our security team, they've spoken to the council numerous times, and at this moment in time, they're happy for us to go ahead. So that's what
that's
we're
all
working
we can.
to.
That's all we can do. If we get that phone call, which I absolutely hope to God that we never get that phone call and we can open. But if we do, then we'll reset and we'll go again next year.
We've done what we can.
You've done what you can.
We can't do anymore.
As people that work on the production side of an event like this, you can only do what you can do. And if the powers that hold, say, listen, unfortunately, you can't do it, then at least you've done what you can do. That's all you can really do, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Boris doesn't answer my calls, so.
No. I do still think there's potentially a couple of attractions now that should maybe not still be open just because of the way the event is. That's my personal opinion.
Do you know,
But-
I've sat there and I've looked and I've seen who's opening, and I've visited these events, and I want to go and I want to see how they're doing it because of how much we've had to scale back, and knowing by visiting those events, thinking there's no way that they can do that.
Mhm.
You know, their sets are probably better than ours. Their theming is probably, you know, and I don't know how they're opening. I'd love to go and see, but I'm way too busy at the minute. I'm way too busy because we want to open.
Well, let's talk about being busy. Let's get on to happier
I
times.
know, yeah, let's get some
Happy
positive.
So we've gone through what we need to discuss with regards to that, but let's talk about the attractions this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
take us through from A to Z and let us know what attractions we've got this year.
Okay, so we'll go through via our one-way system, shall we? We'll be starting over at Carnival, which is classic clowns.
Yep.
Everybody loves a good clown scare, don't they?
We're not biased
Don't
at
we?
all.
So Carnival this year is high energy, really, really high energy. Our rehearsals the other night
I went home and I was like,
it was so
I don't know what to do with myself. Like, I'm so excited with that energy, but they've worn me out.
Yeah.
And I've only spent tonight with them, and I'm thinking after 21 nights, I'm going to be like,
Do you think they'll be able to keep that intensity for 21 nights?
Yeah, 100%. We've got returning actors that were here 3-4 years ago that have kind of come out of the woods again and gone, do you know what, I'm going to come back this year because A, they trust us, and B, they've missed it. So we've got some returning actors in there. We've got some very highly trained actors in there. Like I said, we've got all different people. I'm really excited about Carnival. It's had a little bit of work done to it as well. We managed to get some work done pre-COVID. Just a little bit of a change up in there. So that is good to go.
Yeah.
It's, you know, one of my favourite rooms in there was a confusion room. Basically, it was floor to ceiling in flaps. You didn't know where the entrance or the exit was, and that's had to go. So
no one can go through flat.
and we sat there thinking,
Flapless roof.
this room's really big when it's got no flaps.
Yeah. So
What are we going to
So
do?
it's spaces like that, obviously, like when the flaps were in there, you thought the room was like this big.
But
then
it's
you,
not.
You take the flaps out, and this
Massive.
room's huge.
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah.
like, it's a really bare room now. What the hell are we going to do with it? But obviously,
We
come
have
up with
built a
something.
structure in there, and yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So from there we go to
We
The
go over
haunted
to the
house.
haunted house, yeah.
Which this year houses some dark characters. It has been known before to have like famous characters, film characters, or this, that, and the other.
classic horror characters.
Yeah, not this year.
Okay.
Not this year.
We've gone for more of a dark feel. So obviously, you've got your high energy clowns, and then you go over to
The
to
haunted
and
house.
it's just very dark.
So a change in
And
emotion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A little bit
Yeah.
like we want the people to be in there and just unsure,
Yeah,
just really unsure and like on edge of what the hell is this?
yeah.
Um,
It's really good. It's some of my favourite characters that have evolved from the actors are in that house. One of them was our very first audition, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That he came in. Now, this guy applied at
Wow.
4 o'clock, and I said, our auditions are tonight. I was
At
like,
5.
I am at 5 o'clock. I was like, I'll give you another message back when we've sorted another date out. And he's like, no, I'm going to come at 5 o'clock. Everyone else had weeks to prepare. We'd sent them audition pieces for them to create a character to come in with. And he went, no, I'm going to do it, you know, I'm going to come in. He came in and I was like, props, like you've come in within an hour. He created this character. That character is now in Haunted House.
we just
And
looked
he
at
is
each
not
other.
changing because
It was a.
we looked at each other like,
Oh my god, I love him.
That is brilliant.
So good.
He's probably one of my favourite characters on the park.
Brilliant.
And he just doesn't see how good he is.
Yeah.
But they're the best people, and especially ones that was an unexpected person to come last minute.
Absolutely.
And he's ended up as one of your best in your part. It's brilliant.
He's fabulous. He's been in for a rehearsal today, and I was like, I need you to do what you did, and he was like, are you joking? I was like, no, trust me. Put him in his position and went through, and everybody that walked past was like, that's horrible. I was like, see?
Brilliant.
He's just amazing. Can't wait for him.
He's in Haunted House.
He is, yeah.
And then from Haunted House we go to?
The Field of the Screams. So our field has actually moved, our cornfield. When we came onto the park a few weeks ago to decide if we could open, etc. We walked up to where the Field of Screams was,
and the corn was like this.
And the corn had been put down, and we were like, oh my
Where's it
God,
gone?
there's no field. Like, what are we going to do?
Just a sign with nothing behind
and
it.
then we looked to the right, and we were like, oh, it's
There
there.
it is.
And it's this 10-foot corn.
It looks tiny, doesn't it? It looks tiny when you go to the corn. And then we ran over to it, and it's like 10 foot tall.
It's brilliant.
Because we haven't had to open in summer and use it as a corn maze. It's just grown, and we can do what we want with it now.
I'm a sucker for a corn maze.
Yeah.
It's horrible in there with
horrible.
nobody in there.
Yeah,
it's
terrifying.
We
horrible.
were in there thinking, like, this is like
We were
a scene
like,
out of signs. We're going to get abducted in a minute. This is horrible.
What's that noise? And the corn is literally like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. I love the corn maze.
Yeah.
They're the best.
I'm excited for that one because we've totally changed the theme in that one. Like, totally changed it.
Yeah.
It's been zombies before, it's been this, that, and the other. And we've totally changed it so it's a little bit more creepy, haven't we? Like, it's got scarecrows and pumpkins. It's gonna sound ridiculous, but wait till you meet them.
See, I like the contrast of scarecrows and pumpkins. I think you've got to have scarecrows in a cornfield.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You just got to do it.
Yeah.
Because they fit in hand in hand.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's where they should
I'm
be.
excited to go through that.
I can't, honestly, like we got the pumpkin masked, didn't we? Because they're all fully masked, even though they're outside. Again, they're all fully masked. And we got these masks, and you look at something and think, I'm not really sure. Let's put it on. Let's see. We put it on, and we were like,
oh my God, this is it.
they look horrible. We were like, brilliant.
But as well, obviously, usually it's a bit of a maze.
Yeah.
So this year, we've had to put it out.
It's a path.
It's a path.
But it's a very long
It is
path.
a long path. So even that has been extended.
Yeah.
It's usually not as big.
Yeah.
How many actors have you got?
Can't tell you.
I'm going to guess.
Go on, guess.
I think to make that work, I think, this is me guessing the size.
Go on.
About 14 actors.
Tell you when you've been.
About 14 actors.
I'll tell you when you've been.
We've been very sneaky with it.
Very.
We've got some secrets up our sleeve, but we'll tell you when you've been.
Can't wait. And from there we go to?
The slaughterhouse.
Yeah, the slaughterhouse.
Piggies.
How's that changed this year?
We have gone back to
Horrible.
classic slaughterhouse. People love a pig man, don't
I
they?
love a pig man.
People
The
absolutely.
pig men. They love people.
Yeah. See, I'm a sucker for a hillbilly. I really am. I love the inbred hillbilly thing.
Yeah.
So we've mixed that
Right, so.
with the pig men.
One of the auditions, one of the actors actually said, I'm really, really, really good
At incest.
At incest. It's on the CV, and we were like,
It's a little bit awkward now.
now I know where you've worked before and I know what that runs with, but don't ever say that again.
Where did you work before?
Hottenville Mine.
Alright.
Yeah.
We've got a few from there this year.
Yeah. So it's an aggressive, intimidating level of scare. So again, it's completely
A
different.
pig and a butcher
So you're going from your creepy cornfield
Yeah.
through to another
to another high
high
level.
intensity.
Yeah.
They're aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, the men are aggressive.
Yeah, it's
The girls are not.
possibly, yeah,
They're
possibly a
very
little bit
friendly.
offensive. Maybe.
It may be a bit offensive for people, but you know,
Not like too offensive. We're
depends.
still
Depends what time you go.
And from there we go to
Hayride.
the haunted hayride it's called.
the haunted
The
hayride.
hayride.
That is the classic hayride.
Yeah. We don't staff the hayride, so I don't know if anybody knows. It's staffed by an external company
Okay.
that do that. They're in control of
Do you know
that.
how that's changed, or do you not know much about that this year?
Now we've had a meeting with them and told them what has to change with that, and that's all you need to know.
Okay.
I think a lot of people enjoy the hay rides because there's not too many hay rides around, is there? But yeah.
I'm a sucker for a haunted hayride.
Yeah, it is good fun. It is good fun. And then you
There's
come up
much
there.
more space on there this year.
Yeah. So we've obviously had to limit the
Who's on the
amount
back
of
of the
people
tractor?
Yeah.
and space people out on the tractor and stuff. Then after the hayride,
It's the Tunnel of Terror.
Now,
What
how's
are you
this?
smirking for, Calum?
Because
Because-
the Tunnel
Come
of
on,
Terror.
spit it out.
we can take it.
Spit it out.
So the Tunnel of Terror, was it last year or the year before?
Last year.
I
Last
don't
year.
know where it was. What are we talking about?
Was basically promoted as an attraction. It wasn't.
It was a tunnel.
It was just a tunnel.
That you went through twice?
It wasn't even a tunnel,
It
it was a
wasn't.
corridor.
It was a
It was a corridor.
Did it have fish wire through it, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it might have.
I think it
yeah.
had fish wire hanging down. I think that's it.
Occasionally, it had two clowns in there.
Someone put a dog barking soundtrack
Yeah.
in one night, and I absolutely loved it. I was like in there, I was like, down, Fluffy! And
See,
people
everyone's like, where's the dog? Where's the dog? We had fun in the tunnel, no one else did.
We had a great
Nobody
time.
else had fun in
However,
there.
100,000 million% agree that it was not an attraction.
I mean, this is funny and not funny, but people would come to us and say, can you tell us where the Tunnel of Terror was? And Flippy and Floppy would be like, I don't know. When you find it, tell us. Like, because we couldn't defend their decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was not, this year it's an attraction.
Yeah, so at the end of last year, I brought it to the attention of the owner
That it was
that
dire.
it was horrific for one, and for two, you went through it twice. It was the end of Slaughterhouse,
Yep.
and it was the end of Hayride. Well, you've already been through it before you get your ticket ripped. So we have moved the exit of Slaughterhouse, so you don't go through it twice. So there's a step up. So
I mean, it's got a sign on it now.
got a sign on it,
Tunnel of Terror.
There you go, we're stepping up.
and we have
Painted it.
painted it.
So this, it is really hard. It's not a massive space. So yes, we've extended it, so it has gone up and on 2 levels. This was done pre-COVID, however, works absolutely fantastically because our actors are at a completely separate level to our customers and can get nowhere near more than 2 meters away from them. So we were sat there be like, what are we going to do? You know, this, I mean, we have some ideas, but this, it's really pushing us. And I'm not going to lie, when we sat there for ages, I was like, should we just tell him to take it off? We can't do it, we can't. No, we're going to do it.
We had a break.
And we've done it. We had a breakthrough.
Good thing what you've done is you've seen an error.
Yeah.
An error?
That's what I'll
We'll call it an error.
Call it
We'll
an error.
We'll be polite.
But you're man enough to go, you know what, we messed up there with that one.
I will say we had nothing to do with it last year. Apart from we used to go in it to shelter from the rain every now and again, and then try and make it terrifying.
However, you've improved, you've turned it around.
Yeah. I would call it an attraction. It's going to be a very short one. However, it's going to be seen, and there's things to do in there.
Would you class it as an attraction or a scary experience?
A scary experience,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Because obviously you're not going in, it's still at the back of the hayride, we can't move the tunnel. So you have got 20 odd people coming in your social bubbles, and you're going into the experience together. It is called the bunker, it is a war theme, it is a bit like interrogation.
Yeah.
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 And that's all I'm getting.
That's what
You can
that's,
just see,
Can't
I mean,
wait, can't wait.
That's, yeah.
I'm going to sit up there when he comes and hide and be like, just going to listen to him.
I'd be like, pick him.
Pick him, pick him.
This is an attraction.
And then we jumped out. Then we would
I didn't know clowns were in the war.
So is that the end of it then?
Yeah,
That's
and
the
then
end,
you can
yeah.
jog on.
Then we can jog on.
Yeah. And
So
the
what
car
other
park's
things
that way.
have you got? What other things have you got going on? So you obviously got places for food.
Yes, we have a grill
Mhm.
on there that serves food and pancakes.
We love
I don't know how I lose weight over Spooky World because I eat pancakes every night.
You do a lot of walking.
Oh, actually, we do a lot of walking. So yes, we have a grill, we have a seating area, the hot and cold drinks, like I said, burgers,
Yep.
hot dogs, chips, things like that, chocolate. So people can go in there, that's fine. There'll be a little bit of music on, not loud. So they can go and eat in there.
Socially distanced benches.
There won't be any characters in there this year. We are renowned, aren't we, for going in and sitting on their table and feeding them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
eat this stuff.
How good today you can't do that.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, we'll probably find it harder than any of the actors that are here
Yeah.
because I
The thing is, you've done it for so long, so
Yeah.
you could probably snap back into your set routine sometimes of doing certain things that you've done for so many years that you have to go, I can't do
Yeah.
that.
We're
The
gonna,
good
we're
thing
gonna constantly
is,
be
as a
doing
clown, we can joke about that. Oh, nearly,
Yeah,
nearly did it. You know,
it. We're gonna have to constantly pull each other back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, it's gonna be really.
We had a joke about making a tutu out of like swimming woggles so that we
Yeah.
can't go near anyone. We've not done
I
that.
could walk around with a 2 metre pole, that'd be funny.
It's not.
Full of them. Full of that great
We
ideas.
don't have a pole.
You'll have something.
Maybe.
And on that note, we'll leave that there.
Yeah.
So girls, thank you very much for that chat and insight. If people want to visit Spooky World this year,
Come and see us.
where can they get the tickets?
spookyworld.co.uk.
Yeah.
www.spookyworld.com.
Don't visit if you have any symptoms.
You will not gain entry.
You've been told.
Yeah.
So now it's time for the Dean of the Dead Wheelie Hot Sauce.
I am so
Challenge.
excited.
So, I'm going to get the wheel.
Okay.
I'm really
We need the
You
thing.
know what? So last time I did it, I didn't get Nagamare. So can we please make sure we get that one this
How
time?
hot is that one?
Not the hottest.
Alright, okay, yeah, go.
Okay, so this is the Dean of the Dead Wheelie Hot Sauce
I'm
Challenge.
hot already.
Take it off.
I am. I'm going.
So for those who don't know about the Dean of the Dead Wheelie Hot Sauce Challenge, it is a scare attraction themed question game. So I'm going to ask Sarah a question because Sarah has already answered these questions before. So Sarah's going to answer the questions I give her, but they're both going to have to eat the hot sauce.
Just say the sauce.
So between each question, we're going to spin the wheel, and you'll see all these names on here are themed to a different horror movie. So these are all hot sauces. So we've got Jeepers Reapers, we've got Parascoval Activity, and we go all the way down to the lowest one, which is Sauce, and the hottest one, which is the Exorcist. Okay. So, girls, are we ready? You know,
Yeah.
should we start off with the spin?
Yeah, go.
Sarah, do the honours.
Your favourite movie's on it. That's their tasty as well, that one.
Is it?
Yeah. I always get it straight away.
Panicking.
Oh, your favourite one?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Where are we? We're down here? There we go. Okay.
I'm a little dark.
It is dark. Grab yourself a chip, girls. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre is Chipotle, Chipotle, peppers with cherries, and it's 2 chilies on the Richter scale. Yes.
Oh, fruity.
Fruity. Let's see how good they come out here.
That's what she said.
Right, we have to give it the bottle a little bit of a bash like that.
Jesus. Is
Oh,
that how much
get
we
it.
have to do?
Yeah.
Is that how much we have to do?
You
You have to bash it. Put it on the table and give it a bash.
Bash that one too.
That'll do.
Keep going. There we go.
Come on.
That's it.
Yes.
There we go. So, cheers, girls.
Cheers, cheers.
Oh, this one tastes like a scare attraction,
Oh yeah, it loved it.
which Mikey first pointed out when he did his podcast. Yeah.
We like Mikey because we like his choice of
What do you call him?
character.
What do you...
Spiky Mikey!
Question number 1.
If you could build a scare maze from scratch, what would the theming be?
Oh my god. So we actually had an idea.
She's going to say the same answer as I did, I'm telling you.
You think?
Go on.
We had an idea about doing like a sensory one.
Told you.
Yeah, Is that the same?
Yeah.
Oh.
Explain it for people who haven't listened.
Okay, so basically, want to make people feel as horrible and as awkward and disgusting as possible. So like really bright lights after a pitch black room, really loud like white noise that gets you in the ears, disgusting smells,
Tastes.
tastes. No, these aren't disgusting. Like just really playing on your senses. I love it when people feel awkward as well. Just like, just not feeling very nice. So it'd be something to do with that. I'd probably throw a hillbilly in as well.
Just for the
Just for the crash.
She made us dress up as hillbillies one year, right? Now I can't do a hillbilly accent. She can do a hillbilly accent. I was like, what the hell do we do? So we just sat next to her eating mealworms and putting them in people's brews and stuff.
We
like
have
that. So
mealworms
it's like, what
all
do we
like
do?
attached to our face and stuff.
So Sarah just out with you now and said you can do a hillbilly accent.
One.
Take it away.
Oh, what did he say last night? Hey sugar, that's what he did.
Hey sugar, wanna come play with mama?
No.
Oh! Jeepers Reapers. So, Jeepers Reapers is, you know what I've started to do? When I've started to talk about any of these horror movies from like, since I've been doing this, I call them by the hot sauce name. I don't call it Jeepers Creepers anymore, I call it Jeepers Reapers.
Definitely not.
I can't say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I can't say it, it's such a struggle.
But everyone's like, oh, bless him.
So this is the Carolina Reaper peppers with strawberries and it's 5 chilies.
They're all very fruity.
They're all fruit based.
All fruit based.
They're all fruit based.
Some of these like 1 in 5 a day.
Yeah, 5 off if we do 5.
Excellent.
You don't need to bash this one.
Oh, it's a bit of a running one.
So running on this one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sugar. Will we
Hey
experience?
sugar.
Hey sugar. Will we experience the running tomorrow?
Cheers. probably about 3 AM.
Oh,
Can really take a strawberry example.
you can't you? I'm not sure about that one.
Question number 2. What is your go-to Halloween costume?
What's wrong with you?
I'm itches.
Do
you know what's so funny? You've not got a drink.
I'm not even got a drink
I
cover.
love a clown, obviously. I do love a clown. But anything that's just really bloody.
Frankie Lee's chucking a drink in.
You absolute cheat.
Pepsi Max. Other drinks are available.
Yeah, so clown. I love being a clown.
I mean, I could have seen that happening.
And do you know what I don't like? I'll
What?
tell you what I don't like, Halloween costume wise. Sexy things.
That's not
Halloween isn't sexy. It's not.
There's
You know,
two
like,
types of
like-
people in this world. Them and us.
Do you know like when you go onto like Halloween fancy dress thing?
Yeah.
And you see like a sexy it or
Yeah.
sexy Leatherface.
There's no.
Really infuriating.
How can Leatherface be sexy when he's wearing people?
Sarah?
This is going to be it.
Please don't.
Yes!
Why is everyone so happy?
Why am I
Because
celebrating?
I'm doing it.
Why am I celebrating?
Come on, bash it out.
The Exorcist is the hottest one of the bunch.
Oh God.
This is pears with the Carolina Reaper and it's 6 chilies.
It's not going to taste like pears.
This one is so delicious.
What is wrong with
Then
you?
you'll see, then it burns.
I'm already burning. Don't you do one more?
Off the.
The
Oh, alright.
strawberries.
Strawberries.
I'm never going to beat
The
strawberries.
strawberries burn my mouth.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What's only question 3?
Don't tell me that tastes amazing.
Question 3. What is an event you really want to visit?
Tully's.
Others.
Tully's, absolutely.
They're the same person.
I'll spin the wheel.
What's wrong, Calum?
I know what's coming because it takes about 30 seconds.
starting to sweat.
Periscope. I do like it, however, always makes me choke.
I need a drink. I'm very warm. I'm gonna start taking these layers off in a minute, honestly.
Now that's a game.
Then I'll start charging for the podcast.
www.pumpkinpodcast.com/OnlyFans. It's actually OnlyFans/Pumpkin Podcast, isn't it?
I don't know if you go on it often, because I don't.
I know.
What is this?
I got loads of trees. I didn't tell them what it was, did I? What is it?
It's burning.
What is it?
Ghost chilies with blueberries.
There you go. Ghost chilies with blueberries. Cheers. Question 4. How long have you been in the scare industry?
What is it?
I'm wondering when you started. Since 2014. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 years.
Yeah.
You okay, both of you?
No.
No, you're not okay.
Yes, choice.
Guess choice. Who's choosing? I think what we should do.
Flip or flop it. No,
Okay.
you can choose, because I've had choice, you choose.
Okay. Yeah.
What have I had?
You know what? I do this. I've got a mask in one of my hands.
I need to
Which
check
one's
my
it?
temperature.
My right and my left.
You can check the temperature.
Right.
It is. So
What's
you get
my
to choose.
pick?
Yeah.
What have we not had?
You've not had sauce,
I've not had
nagamare.
Naga, naga, naga.
Do you know what? Because I'm your best friend, I'm going to pick the one that you didn't have.
Nagamare?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Nagamare.
Yeah. How lovely am I?
That is lovely.
Have you not tried this one yet?
No, but I had exorcist like 3 times and didn't get Nagamare.
Nagamare on Elm Street is Naga chilies with peach, mango, and pineapple.
Oh. Dean, if you want to do like a coconutty one, I'd be up for that.
If you want to do an Evil Twins one, that would be the best.
Speaking of Dean is going to be on the podcast next week.
Can't wait.
I'm filming an episode with Dean,
It's thicker than the
the
others.
official Dean of the Dead, the owner of DeanOfTheDead.com. He's coming on the podcast next week, and he's unveiling a brand new sauce on the channel, which I can't wait.
That's exciting.
And he's also said he's got something up his sleeve for me, which I'm not excited about either.
No, I am now.
That'll
Cheers.
be great. Oh,
What do you think?
I like that one. So
It's
far.
nice, isn't it? It's
I
very
mean-
cooling.
Cool,
Most
yeah.
of my taste buds have been burnt off, but
The Exorcist.
I think I like that one.
Your mouth on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, question 5. What is your favourite thing about working in the scare industry?
Just that I can be something completely different. Like, got a rather professional job. And,
A rather professional job. Don't be sick. We've got all COVID covered, but we haven't got vomits.
I'm sorry, go on.
We could use that noise in one of the
What around you?
if you need to bomb anyway, just go in one of them.
Thank you.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What do I like?
Favourite thing about working in a scare?
Yeah.
Yeah, just that you can be someone completely different and
I think personally,
get away with things.
that's
that-
most people's. I think because at the end of the day, a scare acting job. It's not full time. I think 99% of the UK, maybe minus passage, and
Yeah.
it's just a part-time thing that they do. So I think it's their escape from you've got all different types of
It's
people.
a great stress reliever.
Yeah.
I'm dead chilled in November.
You've got-
Mainly because
yeah.
I'm dead. But,
You've got accountants, you've got builders, you've got.
I mean, I work in a bank and
Exactly.
as a paramedic. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Exactly.
It's just like
And then by
something
night,
completely different.
I lick people for fun.
You've got firefighter, paramedic.
And a
Someone who
bank.
what do you
A
call
bank?
it? You got a bank. She's a bank.
And a
She's
bank.
in a bank.
She's She's a skint one.
I'm a skint one.
But like, I don't know if you find it the same, but after like a full scare season over Halloween, I'll go around in Tesco's at the end of the night, and I'm like lurking, man.
Because I tend to
out
go
people, do you know
still
what I
in full makeup, forgetting that we're flippy and
And you're just
floppy.
like, hey.
Drive through McDonald's on the way home to eat nuggets, and they're all like,
But yeah, just like going back to being a normal person during the Halloween season is difficult.
with no kids, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Just like, yeah, just normal things become like, oh, I really can't do that right now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
That was a good answer.
Thanks.
Oh, that's gonna do it.
It's going to be Exorcist, isn't it?
Feeling.
Exorcist.
Oh.
It's going to be Exorcist, I can feel it.
Nagame.
Nah, have we said that?
Yeah, we have.
Spin again.
You've not had sauce, it's like baby food.
I don't want baby food.
Oh.
Jeepers, Reapers. This was hot.
Is this a hot one? I know the
Yeah.
all hot one. Is this a hot one on the hot sauce challenge?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna get indigestion soon. I didn't bring any readies.
How old?
Right, come on, please, come on. Come on, I want to go home.
Down in one.
Cheers. I can dick. Animatronics, yes or no?
Yes, but not overly used, and they have to look good.
You're outnumbered on that.
You outnumber that, yeah.
Not like.
I think, it's not my question, but I think
That's what you think.
I know.
This is my question.
animatronics in a room with actors, yes.
To
Animatronics-
complement?
Yeah, to complement actors, yes.
Not to
On
put
their own.
No, I don't
scare.
mean to like take over a scare. I kind of meant that in like, for example, that giant pumpkin thing
Take
at
your time.
Extreme.
No,
No,
please.
because I'm suffering too. That giant pumpkin thing. And
Extreme.
yeah, I like that. And also when we were at ScareCon the other, I'm sorry, when we were at ScareCon the other year, and there was that one with the kid.
Yeah.
I really loved that.
That's more like park decoration than in scare maze though, isn't it?
Yeah, is that what-
Pardon, Calum?
Sarah, will you please bring the wheel?
I think my answer's over.
Come on. Yeah!
Why are you cheering?
Because that one doesn't like it.
Why do people like seeing me suffer?
Why? What's
Because you make us sit in the woods for like hours in the
On our
cold,
own.
getting wet on our own.
strange men living about?
Stop it, talk. Don't speak about the old one like that. Hashtag long in it.
Oh my god.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
That was an inside joke, I do apologise. Okay.
I was going to say his name and then thought best not.
Yep. What's your favourite scary movie?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas what?
Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sauce!
Ah, baby food.
David.
Is this the least?
This is the least, yeah. This is
This is the one that everyone says doesn't taste nice, but it does. It's just chunky.
jalapenos with apples.
I'm not sure that chunky is a good thing.
Well, do you think it's Look at it. You know when your baby's got a tummy ache? That's
Yeah,
what comes out.
this will be me tomorrow, love. Tummy ache. It looks like the pea soup that we had on The Exorcist.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
Question 8. What was the first scare attraction you ever visited?
This one.
Which
Believe it or
one?
not, yeah, years ago. I don't even know what year. Hometown, it was just,
Closest one.
yeah.
Spin.
And then obviously Passage as well, on Spin.
Do it.
Naga, naga, naga.
This is because I didn't have it last time. It's going to be like doubles.
Doubles. Oh, right, Nagamare.
Running out of chips next time, we've got to neck the bottle.
We can't, COVID.
COVID.
I know, it's a good job the twins are in the social bubble, isn't it?
Give it a bash.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Gently.
Cheers, girls. Question 9. The best game made at Spooky World.
Slaughterhouse. I love it. My
You
favourite.
can answer this one as well.
This year?
Don't think too
Of
hard.
all time.
The best one of all time? Slaughterhouse 2014. That's when we were in it.
Say no more. Say no
We
more.
made a board too.
Who's spinning?
Sarah Evans Sarah Dunne.
That's why. He actually full on had a code brown.
This is the last spin. What we're gonna get?
Oh my god.
We're gonna do it, aren't we? Oh! Jeepers, Reapers.
You're so sad.
You can do The Exorcist if you want.
I'm quite happy.
No.
Look at the tiniest chip in the world.
There you go. Finish it off, girls.
The toilets are approximately 1 mile that way.
That way, no worries.
I'm gonna make it.
Thanks, you've been emotional.
Cheers.
Last question. Question 10. What's been your favourite scare con location?
I've only ever been to Alton Towers.
Tower.
Yeah.
We were looking forward
We were
to
looking
it.
forward to Thorpe Park. And I think at one point there was talks of it happening at Extreme Screen, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that would have
And,
been.
and then it went back to Towers, didn't it? Or-
I don't know, I don't care. I'm on fire.
So that was the Dean of the Dead's Wheelie Hot Sauce Challenge. That was your first time participating. Did you enjoy that?
Not really. I mean, they're great. They're really lovely sauces. Well done, Dean. Don't know
Me and
what else
Sarah
to say.
have been like struggling, and Sarah over there is like,
Because she's
That's
dead inside. She's actually dead inside. My mouth's on
What I'm going to make you do at my wedding next year when I have Dean of the Dead on my buffet table is I'm going to make you do this on the dance floor.
Oh, excellent. Can't wait.
So there you go. Thank you, girls, for joining us on this podcast. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Thank you for having us.
And
Good
thank
luck.
you for coming down.
Don't you worry about it. Anytime. Good luck on opening this year. Fingers crossed it all goes ahead.
Thank
I'll be down and seeing you shortly.
This is making me dizzy.
Is that hot? Thank you to you guys at home for watching again. Please go and follow us on our socials at Pumpkin Podcast on Facebook, at Pumpkin_podcast on Twitter, and just at Pumpkin Podcast on Instagram. Like I said before, we'll be back next week with an episode with Dean from Dean of the Dead when he unveils a brand new hot sauce on the channel. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But from here at Spooky World, bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy